My name is Hachi, and I come from Cambodia. It's a small Southeast Asian country between Thailand and Vietnam, and it's quite a distance from here, about 2 hours flight. Back in Cambodia, it's very there are rubbish everywhere, and people break the traffic rule all the time, and it's quite a challenge to cross the street. I lived a very sheltered life, and I never really exposed myself to the culture and the people that much. I just go to school and I come back home. So my surroundings were my schoolmates and my class and my teachers. But I still get to go out sometimes and get a glimpse of what the culture is like. I had a very inherent interest in art and drawing, but I suppressed it. It helped me realize that I wanted to do art because after I tried doing everything else, like science, like English, like math, it just didn't click. And when I did art, that was when I truly felt like I was myself. But the culture where art in Cambodia, it's not very looked up to, and most artists are traditional and they paint this very cultural, traditional stuff. It's I felt like there's a need for people to go and explore digitally and become potentially like digital artists in Cambodia. I stumbled upon it accidentally. First, I draw. I watched TV and I saw this really cool cartoon. I was like, wow. Then I played games and I thought, okay, damn, this game is great. But I realized that I didn't just want to play the game. I wanted to be a part of the game. I want to make the game. I want to be the guy who created the character, designed the background. So I started drawing little by little, and most of them are just like, sometimes it was trace, sometimes it's just copying. Never really designed anything. So that's what really got me started. And more, I started to like go closer and closer to digital work, like get online, search for tutorial, then realize that, you know what, people can actually draw online. I was like mind blown, like, well, so you need a tablet. And the thing is, in Cambodia, back when I started, they don't sell tablets. And that was tough. So my brother was studying in the UK at the time, and he was set to come back like in a few months to visit. And I begged him, can you just buy me a tablet, just a small one? I believe it was about this size, like small bamboo, Wacom bamboo. Opening that box for the first time, it was my first Wacom, and people say it's just for amateurs, just start off, but nah, I love the thing, and I used it ever since. In fact, right, I still have it right now, and it's one of my favorite ones. Yes, there were struggles, especially when I first told my family I wanted to be an artist, that I was actually serious about this. And I believe it's quite common for like Asian families to behave like this. Like they would maybe suggest a different option, business, engineering, that sort of thing. And I tried to explain that there was just no passion there. I would be just dragging my foot, and even if I were to make money, I would not be very happy, and just not very happy. So explaining to them was very difficult, but I needed the help. I needed the financial help, and without their consent, that would be quite troubling. So I made up my mind, and I said, okay, I'll do this anyway. I'll become an artist the slow, hard way, like the self-taught way. I don't think they realized how serious I was in the first place. they thought it was just some phase where I was just living a dream. I saw some artists on the street and I thought, okay, that's cool, I want to be like that. No, they thought it was some sort of fluke. No, it wasn't any fluke. I really wanted to do this. I suppressed it all my life, all my high school life, and I couldn't take it anymore. And I put my foot down, and we waited for like a full 2 years before they finally realized that, you know what, I was dead serious, and it was either send me or I'll do this myself, and they cooperated. It's like a new world. Like previously I was, you can call me a recluse. I just go to school and come back home, and sometimes when I graduated from high school, I just stay home all the time. I don't even go out. So coming out into another country it's like having my world flipped upside down. And yeah, I can still remember back in Cambodia, I was afraid to talk to the vendors. I mean, I got money in hand, hungry, and the vendors down the street, they're like, hey sir, would you like some food? I mean, and I was afraid. I just shook my head and walked past, and one round, and I found something else. I just went to the usual joint because I knew the seller, and that was hard. And when it came to Singapore, everyone's new, and I don't know anybody. And if I mess up, right, who do I go to? Or where's my safe spot? You know, if I mess up, at least I can just go back to my room, just do my thing, practice. But where do I go now? Like, I came to school with a huge luggage without booking a hotel or a hostel or anything. I just came to school, and yeah, you guys gave me the directions to this hostel, and which I never found. I just walked down the streets, and then I asked my friends, hey, you guys know any hostels? And they gave me a list. Good thing it was a list, because there were multiple, because I just went into the ones that I could find. Yeah, so it was like that. It was challenging. So at first I was living in a hostel for the first few months of my time in Singapore, and the time came for me to move out and find like a home, which I did in Johor Bahru. I was told that there's a straight bus to Johor Bahru, and it was like what, bus 51, I think. Right, bus 51. And then so I got down to the bus station, the bus stop, and then I saw bus 51 and I thought, oh great, and I just hopped on, and then waited for like 30-40 minutes, and it took me to Yunus. That's when I mustered up the courage to talk to the bus captain, and he told me we passed it. In fact, I took the bus. I should have taken the bus on the opposite side of the road, and yeah, and so I messed up that time. I think the word grit has a lot of words to describe it, like determination, but essentially it boils down to not giving up. Things can get really tough, especially when your whole country frowns upon art, your family does not agree to it. They may not even give you financial help. So when you have lost everything and there's no support at all, that's when the true meaning of grit, determination, really surfaces, and that's when people get the chance to show it. The fact is, you just don't give up and you just keep going for it. I think the one thing I really wanted to achieve here is the skills. Making the art, making the good product, and the skill to talk, to socialize with people. But if you look at art in terms of a business, you need a good product. So you need to work on your product so before you sell it. And no matter how good how well you speak, you still need a good product. So that's what I worked on first and foremost, is just to train my fundamentals, work from the ground up, from scratch, go up, learn as much as I can, and then combine it all. Before I begin a new assignment, I look back at my old assignment and ask myself, okay, previously I practiced color, I practiced the hair, I practiced the eyes. So this new assignments, maybe I'll try something else. So I'll try a different field, like okay, maybe I drew a female before, so now I'll draw a guy with a different hair, different eyes, different color of the hair, skin. That helps us not to compare to our old works, and it really helps us step out of our comfort zone and really expand to be able to move forward that way. And I think that solves a lot of problems. And one of my biggest flaws was, as I mentioned before, was not talking. It's an introverted trait of mine. I don't talk. I was scared. I shiver sometimes. And talking to crowds, like stage frights, terrible stage fright. But I don't show it. I put on my face the determination to pull it through, and I just do it. Step by step, I talk to people. Maybe try to buy something, and then try to make friends. I still remember when I came to my first term, I put up a major front. Like I try to be this socializing guy, like talk to everybody's friends. And it just wasn't me. It just drained my energy. And I realized that strategy wasn't working, and I just plugged in and worked. I have a few priorities when I think about those. First and foremost is the deadline. People say quality is king, or you should follow quality, put it above all else. I've seen others do that, and they sacrifice other assignments to achieve the best qualities, but they also sacrifice, like they fail to meet the deadlines for those other assignments. Putting deadline first means that you finish everything, but finish everything with a good quality. Like, try your best, and in the end, it would show that you have the determination and perseverance to finish it all on time and keep up a standard. I think the biggest challenge during my first review was, what do I say? I've never done this before. Like, nobody wanted to know about my art before, and what I got now is, I don't even think it's that good, but I gotta talk about it. So I just did my best. I tried to be as natural as I can, and tried to contain my nervousness, not show it, and that was that. I mean, after the review, then you can break down and you can treat yourself to a drink and, you know, pat yourself on the back. It helped me, really. It helped me train the skill of speaking, especially to a lot of people, a crowd. And I think that's a very important part of the school. It helps us get out of our shell, really. It's very essential, and made me who I am today. In terms of my friends, my class, unfortunately there are very few. I put everything to my assignments, and whatever free time I have, when I do finish my assignment, I do extra work. I do personal work, I do personal projects. So I don't really have much memorable time. But the ones that are there are few and far between, and they could be something like a small meal together, something like that. Now that we've graduated, those are the things that I remember them most. Time where we ate together and we just talked about things that are not work related. We're just saying, hey, did you play that game last night? And we're like, no. Or did you watch the movie last night? And we're like, no. And then they'll be just laughing at me because I'm like so ignorant. But yeah, that's the thing. That's my thing. That's what I do. I'm ignorant. Yeah, those are the memorable times, the casuals time. 3dsense is like a family. People really help each other here, and it's like a place where like-minded people come and pursue their dreams. Everyone has a different reason, everyone has a different motive, priorities, and it's a little bit different from each other, and we all have our own little flaws, but 3dsense is like a mixing pot where you put all these ingredients inside, and then something special comes out, and the result could be mixed, but each and every time the result comes out, you can bet that you can look back and you can see that things have changed, and most often for the better. The people around here, I can say this genuinely, they truly changed my life.